Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today joins at Oulton, where I've come for a lesson with Scott Mcgovern, and it's been quite a few weeks, probably too many weeks actually.
I think more like months.
Yeah, months, yeah. Time flies, doesn't it? Well, Scott, I'm going to be honest, after my first lesson, I played some great golf, and I feel like I've just lost my way a little bit.
Okay.
I feel a bit guilty in saying that, but I mean, you guys might relate. Sometimes you go away and you get comfortable with your golf, and you stop practicing what you taught me, and I feel like probably not doing it right anymore.
I know, I think with most golfers as well, they don't have your lifestyle where they can go away abroad and play in nice sunny weather, so people don't practice as much, we don't play as much, so everyone has a tendency of slipping back into old habits, so it's always worthwhile just keeping on top of things.
There's not been so many excuses for me, but anyway, I'm back, and I feel like I need putting back on track.
Good.
So,
Right, we can do it.
Yeah, shall I hit a few balls?
Yeah, let's get some golf balls.
So guys, it's going to be a bit of an uncut lesson really. We're not going to do too much editing.
You can see the good and the bad.
Yeah.
So sorry guys, if you see me sort of looking away in the distance, there's a TV here with Gaz's swing and the data from TrackMan on it. So I'm not just ignoring him, I'm having a look in slow motion of what's actually happening.
And we're going to drop that in, aren't we?
So we're going to drop maybe some data in, probably more so today some videos, I think, more than anything else. Okay. Alrighty, should we, I think I know what I'm going to be doing with you guys.
And then I can at least watch this back, if I forget.
Yeah, so what Gaz has a tendency of doing is he has quite a weak right hand, which means that he's playing with an open club face throughout his swing, so we've touched on this before. So his left hand is a little bit weak, but it's more so that he has his right hand over the top of the golf club. But what you do really well is you're able to get your hand pretty much into a nice sort of flex position where it's back on top of the club at the point of delivery. Sorry guys, someone's using the ball machine. So you get your hand back on top of the golf club, which should mean that the club face should be turned down at that position. If it's turned down at that position, it kind of means that the club face is square earlier in the swing.
Yeah.
So you get that hand position, but because your hand's in a weak position, it means hands look good, but the face is still sort of pointing, or the toe's still pointing straight.
I think I know where this is going now.
And from there, what we see with Gaz's swing, as we'll show you in a moment, is he's going to have to square that club face somehow. So Gaz has, let's say, an excessive release.
Yeah.
So from there, he kind of releases the golf club down, and we see through the ball that his hands kick out, and his hands are in view for quite a long time because it's quite a big flip.
That explains why I snap hook it, doesn't it, or pull it left sometimes.
Definitely. I think with stuff like that, you can have quite a two-way miss as well.
Yeah.
So if you are doing it too much or too early, you're going to return the club face closed. Yeah. Or if you're not doing it quick enough, you could return that club face, leaving it open. So you kind of have that two-way miss, which is, it's tough to play golf.
Yeah.
When you're thinking you've got a two-way miss. I mean, you'll fall into a predominant miss. I think yours is left. Yeah. Just that excessive roll, but that comes from an open face. So.
Do you know what, just as well, the more I've tried to sort of stop that flip and feeling that I'm doing that, that's when I do start to block it.
Yeah. So we're going to do something now just for you to get a little bit of a feel of what we're going for. Yeah. I'm going to give you this. It's my little contraption. It's just a good visual way of seeing what the club face is doing. Yeah. So if you just put your normal grip onto that there, and if you can just pretend you're hitting the golf ball towards Tiger Woods, just so I think the camera can see this, it'd be quite good. So if you went back to, let's say, we're going to put him in a weaker position here so he knows what I'm talking about. So we're going to weaken his left hand, and then we're going to put his right hand more on top of the golf club.
So it's more like this.
Yeah, so it's really wrapped on top. You're exaggerating what you're doing here just so you can sort of get a feel for what I'm talking about. Okay, from there, how do you get that club face or the tennis racket pointing at the ground? There. Like, this would be a closed position here, but can't really see from this angle, but he's had to do something really horrible with his wrists, like really twisted and turned round. Yeah, that feels. And his hand is like flat on top. He's never going to be able to achieve this, but it's kind of a little bit what you're doing already. That hand, basically is getting into a good position, but the face is open. Yeah. So if we went to a stronger grip now, So left hand more on top, right hand more underneath. Again, this is a little bit on the strong side, but we're just using this as a little bit of a demonstration for Gaz and you guys that now try and get the club face into a more closed position.
Oh, that's easy, yeah, it's a breeze.
So he's not had to do anything drastic to get that club face into that stronger position, and hopefully a slightly stronger grip will mean that at that delivery position, your hands are still in the same place, but the club face is more like this, as opposed to being more like that. And if we do get that club face turned a little bit more down, a little bit squarer, sooner, before we impact the golf ball, it then means that we don't have to do the catch-up from here to the ball. So I mean by the catch-up is that early release.
I saw something in one of your reels where you were trying to explain how a lot of people think that's square, don't they, toe to the sky?
No, toe to the sky is not square. That's open, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean,
can you just show them that, though? Because I thought that was really interesting.
So the club face, if I'm stood up square and I point the toe to the sky, it is square if I'm stood up sort of talking to the camera now. If I, let's say, turn sideways, I'm still stood up square. If I was to go into golf posture, the club would kind of come with me for the ride, and you can see it's turned down. If we see the club looking like this, if I stand back up and talk to the camera, we can see now it's twisted open. So really, the club face being square is square to your spine angle.
Yeah, so 45 degrees.
45 degrees would be, well,
roughly.
Well, something around there.
What would you say a spine tilt is?
I'm not speaking in degrees. Because everyone's going to stand to it different. I mean, we're two distinctly different body types.
That's true.
Yeah, so basically, as long as it's square to your back line to some degree, it means the club face is in a stronger position or a squarer position. If we see it delivery, basically club flat to the floor, before we hit the golf ball, if we see the toe end pointing up, usually means that club face is in an open position. We kind of have to flip and release it.
And that's maybe why sometimes I'm flipping it, aren't I?
Oh, it's definitely why you're flipping it. So, all I want you to do, I'm going to have this back.
Thank you.
We're just going to maybe spend 5 minutes hitting some golf balls with a really strong grip, just to give you a feel of basically what it's like to hold it maybe a little bit stronger. So I actually want you to ratchet up the feeling. Let's go a little bit too strong, just so hopefully get over that interim period of it feeling horrible.
Is that one on for ball flights?
That one, yeah.
Right, so going really strong.
So really strong.
Guys.
So Gaz's key is that he needs to make sure that his thumb is just on the back side of the shaft. He has a tendency to have it running down the front of it.
So 4 knuckles on the top hand, and this thumb is on the side of the grip.
So that's a super strong grip. It's not like I want you there.
Yeah.
But we're just going to spend this time to pull you far away from your pattern as possible.
I know what you're trying to do here, yeah.
And then we're going to have a quick look at what the club face looks like.
That's actually probably really good.
It was a good shot.
I've held it off. But I knew if I released it, we're going to be miles left. Some people actually play golf like this, don't they?
I mean, most kids play golf with a really, really super strong grip. I mean, I'd much prefer to someone to have a stronger club face / stronger grip than a weaker one. Say most recreational golfers tend to play with an open face. That's why most golfers hit slicers and fades for the bad shots.
I think I remember you as a junior having a bit stronger grip, and someone coached it out of you. The back coach.
It'd been a whole other video that I don't ever think anyone with a stronger grip than I had. Never hit it right though.
I can certainly feel that I'm sort of trying to hold the release more.
Yeah, I mean, that's instinctive because you're a good player.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of get a good feel for where the club face is. It feels different. It probably feels closed as you're swinging it. So you're reacting to that and maybe holding it off, which again, when we look at some of the videos in a moment, that's probably the next thing that we said might take a little bit more time is that release. So how you release it. This is something you can start implementing straight away. So you see there, catching you, that thumb.
Yeah, I'm sneaking back over.
Sneaking back on top.
Yeah, I'm going to where it feels comfortable.
Yeah. Should we have a look at some of these then? See if we see any change.
Let's have a look.
So, coming back and having a look at these swings, you can see the one on the right-hand side was the one at the beginning of the session when you were hitting some warm-up shots. If we look at the hand position on both of these, they're very much the same hand position. If we take the club away, nothing really is different there. But the thing that is really, really changed is the position of the club face. And it doesn't look like a lot until you assign, I'd say, a number to it. So on here, 64 degrees. oops, 64. If we looked at this one on this side,
which as you saw earlier in the video, that'd be up.
89. Yeah. So that small difference on the camera of that toe being turned down means that club face is earlier, is squarer sooner. So if you zoom back out on this one on the left, I'm hoping that club face angle at that point kind of matches your spine angle, which it's looking like it is already.
Yeah.
So you kind of see two. Oh no, I think, mate, that's bang on. There's nothing I would change with that at all at that point. If we look at this side, you're going to draw that same line on your spine angle at the previous at the beginning of the lesson, and draw the line up there.
Yeah.
Like that small little change when you drag those lines out is massively different. Yeah. I mean, this is the easy thing at the moment for you, where changing that grip is kind of like a quick fix. It gets that club face stronger as it's being swung around your body, which is great. Gets it into a really good delivery position. The thing that we're going to be spending more time on today is fixing that release. So this is going to be the let's say the harder bit.
Right.
So at the moment, remember, stronger grip. On a scale of 1 to 10, how horrible does it feel?
Oh, it feels
10.
Yeah.
10.
Well, if I went,
I don't want you to go that much.
no,
That's a lot.
So probably,
that's like full on Justin
probably
Johnson.
9.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 in terms of horrible. But I mean, if I had one thing, so to keep it where it is, you can still have that thumb over on that side a little bit.
Just there, yeah.
We don't have to want it on the back side of the shaft. That's fine.
Yeah.
So if you just go back to that delivery position again, so you touch the club to my hand. Perfect. So we saw now that Gaz's face is more turned down at the delivery position. So on the way down, delivery just means club flat to the floor, more toed down. If I just push the handle forwards, that club face squares up.
Yeah.
Club face open again. Push the handle forwards, face is open. So we couldn't, let's say, quiet down the release if the face was open. But hopefully now, with that turned down face, we can start to get you to turn, move that handle left, and actually feeling like you're cutting across the golf ball a little bit to try and get that handle moving left and your hands moving left, so you're not using your hands and flipping them.
Yeah.
So, got a little bit of a piece of jewellery for you.
Oh no, I don't like the look of this.
Okay. You've probably seen some form of this before. Some of the tour players use tennis golf balls. They do this. Basically, it's just to incorporate more body turn and staying a little bit more connected. So, goes between your forearms. And at first, all I want you to do is just be hitting me some little shots.
Yeah.
And the only thing is this cannot fall out.
Right, okay.
But also, if you start to flip your hands, we can see that your right hand starts to roll over the top of that golf, over the top of this little ball.
It's got to still like that.
Yeah, more like that. So the idea is we're hitting down, and it's you kind of see when you finish, your arms are at the side of it.
Yeah.
You think of what you did before because you would have rolled.
Yeah.
Starts to turn over.
Yeah.
So, and that's just again making that release a little bit softer.
Do you know what's crazy as well is I'm supposed to be sort of, well, I am a golfer that's played a long time, and this feels so difficult. Imagine what it's like if you're not a regular golfer.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to change a movement pattern. I mean, you've been playing golf for what, 25 years? Maybe longer?
Yeah.
I would say, Joy, getting back on to your lesson here for you, this is nothing to do with hitting the golf ball now. This is to do with building a feeling inside you of what it's like to feel like you turn, softening and quieting those hands down. It doesn't matter how you hit the golf ball.
Right, okay.
Don't let the hit presume if it's a good swing or a bad swing.
Right, okay. It's so hard not to look at the flight, isn't it? And like, judge off the ball flight.
Let's just have a look at this one. Again, we were just hitting some nice little shots there.
Yeah.
And we are just going to have a very quick look at that release, how it looks against one of our fuller shots. So, this one on the right-hand side.
Is it screencasting?
Yeah. This one on the right-hand side, we can see that the hands are still in view.
Yeah.
And the club heads behind your hands, so you've kind of really whipped your hands round and twisted them over.
Yeah.
If we have a look at this one, hopefully, it looks a little bit different. Nice thing, you can see that toe still turned down there.
Yeah.
Again, we can see it tilted in, which is great.
Yeah.
Again, that's that quick fix.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is a quick fix and it's great. Other times, maybe not.
Yeah.
But let's see the release. This one on the left-hand side. Can you see that your hands start to track left and move around your body?
Yeah.
We don't see.
Yeah.
Your hands have gone out of view now.
Yeah.
They've gone out of view, probably below your belly button,
Yeah.
which is really good. It's like you're controlling that club face, so you're moving that handle around.
Yeah.
Club face isn't flipping over.
Yeah.
And we see the golf club peek out your body a lot lower down.
Yeah, underneath my shoulder or just near
Yeah, underneath
about.
your shoulder. If you look at, zoomed out on this one on the right hand side, we see
Oh,
a little bit higher.
yeah.
And you can see how much you've flipped it over
That
there.
is a big sign, isn't it?
Hands are still in view as well. So hands and arms are working quite independently because you're having to fix that open club face by giving it a bit of a flick. The idea is getting a good feel for this and then being able to build it up, add some speed to it, add some targets,
Yeah.
and grain it. Nice. Can I just jump in there and show you exactly what the feeling is? If you can keep that on. So the idea is, if you were hitting little shots, I mean that's mine. You can go out and buy one. They're very inexpensive. You can use tennis balls or some other form of ball, but
Yeah.
the little no, it's fine. The little thing is actually quite good. You can hit full shots with it. But I think at the beginning, if you're not having that, it's just being able to go back down. If that stronger grip, we should see that the toe is turned down a little bit.
Yeah.
And from there, all you're going to feel is that you're turning and everything's moving around your body together.
Yeah.
So you're really going to feel like you control this with your body. So you're going to turn, and doing so, that handle's going to start to work left.
Yeah.
Face is going to square up a lot better because it's not open. If we did the same thing if we were open, I don't know if the camera can see there, but the face is pointing straight at that camera. That face being turned down, we can start to turn, work the club and the handle left, and the face squares up better. So I would go up to the top, back down, check that club face, and from there just hit some little punch shots where you're feeling like everything, body, chest, head, handle, club, is all working.
Is there any particular club that would be better to use for this?
7-iron or below.
7-iron or below, yeah.
Definitely not a 1-iron.
Yeah.
Something nice and easy to use.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to sort of earlier, year one PGA, if you're learning something new, you want it to be in a nice, basically block practice, nice sterile environment, same golf club, no target, very little outside influence.
Yeah.
You're just basically working on this particular move. So just keep it simple. Once you get more proficient at it, you can start changing clubs every now and again, start adding targets. But for now, for you, it's getting the feel of what it's like to turn this from there around your body, as opposed to
so
this
releasing more
Yeah.
from here.
Oh, just turning more.
Turning.
It's up to you. You can hit some fuller shots if you want. Maybe cycle through
I'll
again.
try.
So you just go back a little bit. Great. So you obviously you've hinged your wrist, you've come down, the hands on top, and from there everything's moving and working left.
Yeah.
Then you can flick your hands and release. When you're fuller shots, this will drop out.
Right, okay.
But if it drops out before, we don't want to feel like our right hand, forearm starts rolling over the top.
Yeah.
You've got to try and hide your hands and that ball from my camera here. That sounded really good.
It was flush. I mean,
Flush.
the only way I can describe it is it feels like I'm having to.
Yeah, exactly
keep
what
it
you're doing
all-
there. Like, do that again. That's a good little feel. That's exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not going to look very well for the camera, for your video, but for you, it's going to look great. 1 second, carry on doing that. So I've just very quickly filmed your practice swing. Have a look at this, guys.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's got it. It's going to show me another one. So you can see it. Everything's hiding and working round left. So using that image that you've just seen on there from your practice swing, do me out now, 60% shot, 50% shot, and trying to recreate that little video you've just seen.
That was a lovely strike. So guys, that was my full unedited golf lesson with Scott. Obviously I'm going to spend a little bit more time practicing that, but I think, you know, it's pretty clear to see, you know, club face and working on a little bit of release today.
Yeah, I think with better players we can work on two things at the same time, especially with that first one, with that strong grip being kind of, we can check it, we know if we're doing it or not, we can look down and go, oh, okay, it's there.
Yeah.
Hopefully try and put that out of your head and do that. Number two, which is again going to be the one that's going to maybe take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, look, I really appreciate it. And guys, if you want to get a golf lesson with Scott, I'll drop your handles in the video, a link in the description. Any offers you've got on at the minute for subscribers?
50% off first lesson. So all these hour lessons on TrackMan, video analysis.
You've got to ask, can't you, or you don't get.
Yeah, it's the first introductory lesson is always 50% off.
50% off introductory lessons.
I mean, I do other stuff, coaching clinics, group classes that sort of run throughout the year.
Yeah.
smgolfcoaching.net. So if you do want to visit the website and have a
Yeah.
look, great.
I'll drop Scott's handles in there, guys. If you're passing through Leeds, pop in and see him. Say hello, even if it's just for a practice session. But you know, if you've got a bit of time, maybe book a lesson and see if we can sort your game out as well.
All right, should we get back to work?
Yeah, we're going to get back to work, guys, and we'll see you in a few days' time.
Cheers.
Bye.